Hi everyone, welcome back to the Book Vandal Shop. I've got a journal share with you and some papers, both of which are going to be in the shop tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. And right now I'm only shipping to the U.S. and Canada only because I've just been having so many problems with packages leaving the continent. So I'm just trying to keep it here on the continent, US and Canada only, and these will be available tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern US time. That's New York time. I have 5 journals, all of which are nearly identical, and I will show you the slight differences in them, I guess, after I flip through it. The major difference is just the lining on the inside of the journal. So we have a soft cover fabric. And here on the spine, this is some antique lace that I got a while back at an antique store. This little hanging part of the trim here behind this ribbon is from a antique table runner. So this was some of the trim off of it, and then this is a newer trim over the top of it. Okay, and then this came from a vintage doily. So those pieces are all old. The rest of this is new. So like I said, the major difference in the 5 journals is some of the backing material, and I'll show that to you in just a little bit. We've got a pocket here in the front. The digital kit that I used was from Artie Mays. It is called A Touch of Spring, and I'll make sure I link that below. So that is what it says here on our title page, Spring. We have a little bit of lace trim and some embellishing. There are several different types of papers in here. We have coffee dyed papers, some with designs and some not. Some of these may be from the Graphics Fairy, and I believe some of these backsides of the ledger paper and whatnot are from Tracy Fox, I think. Okay, so we have a book page pocket here, a little bit of burlap behind the butterfly, and these roses here are it's a 3-dimensional trim. And all of the tags and journaling cards are printed on the back with either lines or coordinating paper. This is some 3-dimensional trim here. Inside the envelopes is just plain paper so that you can write on it. And then here we have a little glassine bag. I've reinforced the lip of the bag here so that it doesn't get torn easily. We have a journaling card there, and then the bag does flip up to hide a little journaling spot here. Book page backed with some coffee dyed paper. A little tag here, and it's been embellished with some burlap and a paper flower, 3-dimensional paper flower. On the back side here we just have a plain journaling card. Digital stamping throughout. You're going to find, like I said, coffee dyed paper, some with designs, some without. You'll find some digital ledger paper or digital line paper. You'll find book pages, digitally printed book pages. This is a little mini journal, paper in it, little notebook. The paper here, the pocket here is a canvas pocket. Okay. Machine stitching throughout. I've left the threads most of the time, so you can cut those shorter if you don't like them. A little bit of embellishing here in the corner. Tried to kind of keep it simple. I wanted this to be a true journal. We've got a snippet trim here. A snippet roll. Okay, and a button. That's one of the few large embellishment pieces in the journal. I wanted it to lay flat for writing, so a little journaling card back here in this tuck spot. Okay, and then with some sari silk here, we have what appears to be an envelope that folds open. There's two little journaling cards here, and then a little pocket that holds a little miniature card and a ticket. And I'll tie that up later. Another card, lines on the back. Lots of space to write. Like I said, I wanted this to be a true journal that was usable but pretty. And then we have a wax seal here in the corner. Let's see if I can get the light to pick it up. It's a bee. It's hard to see. And we have a journaling card here. And then just a piece of paper, and I've sewn a fabric tab, excuse me, onto the folded paper. This is book page. This is actual book page, not digital book page, and it has some flowers there. I believe the book, it was a gardening book from the 60s, I think. And we have a banner and a little bit of trims. Book page spread. We've got a embellished tuck spot here. And in it, I have a piece of paper that's been folded in the shape of an envelope with a wax seal, but it's not glued down. It opens right up so that you can write on all of the paper inside. Okay. And then on the other side of the book page, we have a little brown bag with a tag and some embellishing. And then we have just a little flip out here. Has a little pocket for a tag, little miniature tag, and a ticket. On the reverse side is the other half of the flip out. Some digital stamping. This is some mulberry paper. Just a little fabric ruffle here. Another envelope. Inside it again is just a trifold piece of paper. And then the last couple of pages. Okay, and then it will have my name in the back. Okay, so this one was done with cotton muslin. Also, the ties wrap around like this. You could cut them off shorter if they're too long for you. If you just want to just a simple bow and not have it wrap around the cover, just cut those shorter, but I've left them long for you. This one happens to have a pink flower. This one has a pink flower, except for inside of this one, the fabric is actually that antique table runner that I was telling you about. So it does have some spots because it is rather old. Okay, and I'm not completely done with these. I have to sew these down. This one I'm done with. I've actually sewn the spine covering down. I haven't done that on these other four yet, but I'll have those done before I put them in the shop tonight. I've tacked them down with some fabric glue just to hold them for now, and then I'll hand sew them this afternoon. This one also has a pink flower, cotton muslin on the inside. Let's see what this one has. This one is a green butterfly, and it has some canvas material for its inside liner. And let's see what this one has. Pink flowers, and this one is also some of the antique table runner fabric. So I can't, there's no way to really distinguish them. I'm going to put them all in identical listings, and you know, so you'll end up with whichever one you end up with, okay, because they are basically all identical on the inside. Okay, so those will be up tonight at 6. Then I have some paper that's going up tonight. I have 6 bundles of this paper, the coffee dyed paper with the doily effect on it. I have 3 bundles that are near perfect, what I would say near perfect. They may have some little slight blemishes on them. Let's see if I can find another example. They are rather pretty papers. And they do smell like coffee, so you know, if that is offensive to you, then you don't really want this paper. It was done with coffee, not tea. It smells good to me, but not to some. So see, here's another little slight blur right on the edge. But these that are in the near perfect condition will only have little tiny little blemishes right there, maybe on the edges, nothing in the middle. The center sections are all perfectly clear on these. Okay, so I have 1 and 2. See, there's just a smidgen of blurriness right there. So those are in the near perfect. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 of those in the near perfect. Then I have what I call my seconds, the ones that they didn't make the cut for the others. And they will have more blemishes on them. So a little bit of blemish here or there. Still, all of them have a pattern that just might be a little bit blurry, or, you know, might be missing some sections on it. But they are, again, still very gorgeous papers. They may have a blemish in the design. See, like I said, it's still very, very minor. Okay, and there are 3 sets of those, the seconds. Okay. So there will be 6 sets of paper tonight, 3 of the nearly perfect and 3 of the seconds. Okay, so those will all be up, like I said again, tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. That is New York time, and I am right now at this moment not shipping off of the continent, so that it will be to the U.S. and Canada only. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Be well, stay healthy, stay safe. And I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye-bye.